What's up guys, this is the Dungeoneers, and today I've got something awesome to show you. But let me first ask you this question. What is better than having a hornet or a chopper? Having a motherfucking scarab. Okay, well maybe having a hornet or a chopper would still be cool. But this is a scale-to-scale replica of a Halo 3 scarab. Now, I didn't get every piece exact. I mean, I had to take some creative oh my goodness, I had to take some creative liberty to make sure there wasn't too much, because I wanted this scarab to be something that you guys could also put in your maps. That's why I built this. Well, that's kind of true. What originally started me on wanting to build this is my best friend daring me to make a scarab after he saw that we could essentially have a scarab gun in Halo. So I took the challenge, and as I worked on it, I started having more and more pride in making it, to the point of it was no longer completing the challenge, it was more of me wanting to make something amazing for the Halo community. And I think I accomplished that. Okay, so I'm going to go to another map so you can see this in a better lighting. For those who care, this map was called Noble 6's Scarab, and the map we're going to is called Halo 5 Scarab. Yes, very creative. So I'm going to see you guys over in Forge in a few seconds. Alright, so this is the scarab in better lighting. I know detail wise, like, I wish I could have put more texture on it, but I couldn't. Now, building this, I basically went on to Google, measured, found out how big a scarab was and how big a tank was, and then I stacked tanks together and found out the length and then the height and then the width, and then just started building from that. But getting in and going around and shooting this thing just reminds me of destroying scarabs back in Halo 3. Now there is about there's about 1,320 plus pieces on here, and as you can see, they're all these are grouped in sections, because as more updates came out, we found out that we could prefab items, and I worked my butt off so I could make sure that you guys could drop this into your own maps, or drop this into a map that you were doing a machinima with, or if you just wanted to show this off, you wouldn't have to just be limited to this map or even this configuration of pieces. You can take pieces away and so on and so forth. But the neat thing is, I made sure each of these pieces had a defined pivot point, so it wasn't too hard to decide if you wanted to move a scarab any direction you wanted in its range of motion. Yeah, you don't have to worry about, oh, it's standing just like this, or oh, I don't want this gun so we can get rid of it, or I want this gun to go a different direction. So certain pieces are allowed to be eliminated. The only thing I really ask for is that if you do use this in a video or a machinima, that you give me credit, because I put a lot of effort on this, hundreds of hours. I mean, every time I worked on this, I spent about 3 to 6 hours on it. I didn't work on it every single day because there's just so many pieces to work with that it would get overwhelming, so I needed a break. But this took me about 4 months to finish. So these are the prefabs that I made from the Scarab. There's 20 prefab objects to go to this Scarab. And honestly, most of these are just duplicates of another item. So the front or the back leg, one of those can be used for the opposite side. And one of the feet can be used for all 4 feet. So I just wanted to make this simple, so if someone did want to drop it into their map, that it would explain itself as they brought up the items. And I'll put the names of these prefabs at the end of the video, so if you do want to download them, you can. Okay, so we're back into the forge, and I'm dropping the first, I guess, Scarab that was ever made on Halo 5. And I'm having some trouble actually placing it down. I'm not sure if it's because I'm not giving it enough room, or if there's not enough like forge pieces to work with. There we go. Oh my gosh. Okay, give me a second so I can flatten this stinking thing out. Alright, finally got this thing leveled out. A lot taller than mine, which I'm not worried about that. I like that. I do, but it's not, there's no room. Like cabin, there's no cabin, that's what I'm talking about. I mean, you guys can decide whose looks better. If you go for big, then fine, but I think I have more detail. If you're interested in downloading the Scarab, there will be a list of the prefab pieces at the end of this video, and a list of the maps that I showed in this video. This was a fun but long and hard project, and I do mean long. But I am glad to announce that I will be making more videos now, since this project is done. This project took the majority of my time out of my day, but since this is over, I can start working on other videos. Videos that I've been eagerly wanting to make for so long. But if you enjoyed this video and you found it interesting, hit that like button, it'll really help me out. If you have any prefab ideas that you want me to tackle, post that down in the comment section below. While you're down there, I'd like to know, do you have any plans for this Scarab, and if so, what are they? But if you want to know when my next video comes out, hit the subscribe button and you'll be instantly notified when that does. As always guys, thank you for watching. You guys have a wonderful day, and I'll see you in the next video. Hey, what's up guys? I just wanted to quickly talk about this. This was one of the hardest pieces that I had to build for this Scarab. That's because this piece is symmetrical. Each one, let me ungroup these. Each one of these triangles is a mirror image of the corresponding triangle on the other side. And because of a trick I figured out, I was able to make these two almost exactly mirrored of each other. Maybe one day I'll show you how I did that trick, but none of these pieces are pre-made pieces. They're all made up of blocks, and I'm basically using these blocks as polygons. I'm taking my polygon skills from ZBrush and applying them to build the Scarab.